Never thought I'd live in Laguna Woods. Never thought of moving into the old folks' hood. My friends all laughed, told me it'd be a bummer. But now I'm living in an endless summer. Yeah, these are the tales from Laguna Woods. I'm telling tales from Laguna Woods. Yeah, life in Laguna Woods. I'm telling tales from Laguna Woods.
Hello, Jackie's Gourmet Home Cooking. How can I help you?
Hi, Jackie. My name is Debbie Dodson, and I feel like I already know you, so I'd like to help you get more customers. I saw your post on Nextdoor Laguna Woods page about being a caterer, and I just know I have the best recipe for you.
I beg your pardon? I'm not looking for anyone to help me with marketing. Thanks, anyway.
Oh no, I'm not trying to help you with your marketing. I wouldn't even know how. But I noticed that you don't offer much in the way of appetizers, and I really think you should. Everybody loves appetizers. I know that I do. I have a fabulous recipe that I want to share with you, and I think you might want to use. It's called baked brie with caramelized onions. Everyone I serve it to just loves it.
That's very nice of you, but my menu is meal based. I provide the main course and the side dishes that go with it.
Oh, I realize that. Back before COVID, friends used to invite me over and we shared your meals, and I really always enjoyed them. You are a true artist in the kitchen.
So,
Well, during the pandemic, we really can't get together for meals like we did before. It gets awkward sitting outside, balancing the plate on your lap, trying to use your knife and fork.
so
Well, when we get together now, it's during the day, and all we want is a little nosh that's easy to eat, not a full meal.
that's very nice of you. Feel free to email me your recipe and thank you for your generosity.
Oh, I already have. I emailed it in your inbox before I called you.
Can you believe it? I posted a little blurb about my business on Nextdoor, and now I'm getting tips on what to serve from people out there who I don't even know.
That's really not such a bad thing, you know? It really helps to know what people want in any kind of business.
Well, I know what people want, and I'm cooking it for them already. And they keep coming back for more.
Well, one should never view oneself as an island. One can always benefit from the kindness of strangers.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Blanche Dubois. Leave it to Marilyn, always siding with the unknown person.
It's Morgana, Bobby. And you know, I often get suggestions from Jackie's customers when I make deliveries.
To be successful in this world, Jackie, one must be open minded. It wouldn't hurt to try new things. It's important to have a thick skin and not to take suggestions so personally. And after all these months locked in their homes, your customers might want a few more choices.
I am thick skinned. I'm just tired of people who have no idea what they're talking about trying to butt into my business.
Why are you getting so worked up?
I just got a phone call from someone who saw my post. She called with a suggestion, and she had the nerve to email me the recipe before she even called. Uh, when I went into my messages, there were two more suggestions for appetizers from two other people.
Mm. What did they say?
Besides the baked brie with caramelized onions, there were recipes for artichoke squares and pollock cheese.
Well, those sound really good, except what the hell is pollock cheese?
Yeah.
The other two sound quite tasty. And listen, what's wrong with people selfishly sharing?
I don't do appetizers. I do main courses.
Jackie, you have always taken things like this too much to heart and allowed yourself to get upset over the little things. I think you need to make a New Year's resolution not to let those little annoyances get under your skin.
I know I do. You're right, Bobby. That's why you've been one of my dearest friends since the second grade. Okay, here goes. I resolve not to let the little things get me down.
That's my girl. Okay, let's all make resolutions for New Year.
Okay, what's yours, Bobby? I resolve not to trust crooked men with great smiles anymore.
Kind of, yes. I'd really like to meet a nice man, but I need to be more careful with my choices.
Well, what about Nelson? He's such a nice man, and you did sign his contract.
You can't go wrong with him. I think he's a nice guy. A little odd, however. I think he has some big bucks.
He's very nice and he's really a gentleman, but I just don't feel it.
Then I guess you just keep looking. I've been kind of half-heartedly looking, which isn't that easy during this pandemic. Anyway, for resolutions, I guess mine would be not to judge people too quickly and to give them a chance.
Well, what about your business? Any resolutions regarding your clients?
Well, that's where I think I've been a little too judgy. I mean, I have to keep an open mind to everyone's predicament. Just because I don't understand what the problem is doesn't mean it's not valid to them. So that's my resolution. No more judginess.
Mom, what about you?
Oh, I've resolved to stay happy and healthy until I can see a certain fellow in person and have a real date. Oh, Marilyn, what about you, dear?
Well, first, Mom, please resolve to call me Morgana. Let me think. I think I'm going to start a YouTube channel and promote my singing.
Oh, you've been talking about that for ages.
Well, now it's my resolution. Now I have to. Once you make a resolution, it's the law.
Book club, come to order. So, does everyone have their wine or their beverage of choice? All right. Who has finished cooking for Picasso?
You know it was one of my favorite books of all time.
Yes, dear, I read it. No fine jar for me. And I did like reading about Picasso. Did I ever tell you that I almost met him?
Oh, yes, Mother.
Yeah.
Many times.
So many times.
So many. You were in the art gallery. He was at the other end. You walked toward him. He left.
Ah, but he saw me and he smiled.
Oh,
Yes, Mother.
yes, Mother.
Jackie, what was your favorite recipe in the book?
Everything sounded wonderful, but I'd like to try the rustic Sunday chicken. I think my clientele would like it.
Oh, I was looking forward to you making the apple tartane.
Well, perhaps you can learn to cook it for yourself.
Not in my kitchen, she's not.
I was surprised how Picasso was described. Not very good looking.
Haven't you ever seen pictures of him?
Well, apparently not.
I loved how the story went back and forth between the older times and the present times. but my heart went out to Julie.
Life was difficult in those years, especially in Europe during and after the war.
I really admire Celine. How brave she was to go on this mission by herself to find the lost Picasso portrait of her grandmother, pretending she already knew what she was doing in the kitchen.
Marilyn, that sounds like you.
It's Morgana, Bobby. And exactly.
Well, Lauren, maybe you should go on a cooking school tour. You might meet somebody. Celine did.
That sounds great. When COVID is over.
Ooh, we'll have another shift. There's always room for one more.
I loved the dual love stories. They were both so interesting in their own way.
And I learned that Picasso was a jerk, Mom. I'd never go out with someone like him.
Haven't you already, Bobby?
When Celine first met Gil, I never expected her to wind up with him, but it turned out that they were going to be a perfect match.
Yes, it reminds me of the Harlequin books that I love so much. In fact, I've started to write one. There's so much time for creativity during the quarantine.
You have started writing? You have actually started writing a book? How far have you actually gotten?
Well, I know my story, and I've written an outline for my chapters, and I've completed my characters' backstories and development.
Bobby, you actually sound like you know what you're doing.
Well, I went online to Harlequin's website and followed their tutorial on how to write and submit a book to them. And I have to tell you, writing has come to me surprisingly easy.
Oh, my darling daughter, I am dumbfounded.
Bobby, I think that's wonderful. You needed a hobby. I remember you making up all kinds of stories about our dolls when we were little. You'd be a natural at this.
Bobby, I am so proud of you for pursuing something that's so meaningful to you. When do we get to read it? Could it be our book club book for next month?
Ooh. Oh no, it won't be finished that fast. But if I do have anything, I might let you read what I have so far.
I'm looking forward to it.
Lauren, I'm really having a problem dealing with how easily my kids are accepting Annie as Marshall's significant other.
Oh, what do you mean?
They like her. They get a kick out of her. And they like her cooking. I figured they'd take my side and not want anything to do with her, but that's not the case. I'm so frustrated, and to tell you the truth, kind of hurt.
Oh, Jackie, it's natural for you to feel that way. They love you, but, they also love their father, and they recognize that if they're going to spend time with him, they have to get along with and accept Annie.
It's so not fair.
No, things are never fair. It's just the way it is.
She broke up our marriage. She broke up our family. And now she gets to play family with my kids. It's not right.
Oh, Jackie, now you have a different life. And it's a really good life. I mean, look at what you've done. You're still their mom and always will be. No one will ever replace you in their hearts. You just have to appreciate that and build on it. Build a new relationship with your kids.
How?
Well, take one day at a time and look at how you have your love of cooking has become this business and you've turned it into this amazing success. I mean, enjoy it. What you've done is amazing. Your kids call you all the time, so they're certainly not neglecting you or replacing you. They probably see you 10 times more than they see Marshall and Annie. Don't dwell on what you don't have. Be grateful for what you do have.
You're right. You're right. Things are looking pretty good for me in spite of this pandemic. It's funny how the quarantine actually boosted my business. People are not eating out, but they still don't want to cook. So instead, they want their meals catered. And I do see my kids at least 10 times more than Marshall sees them. Okay. I definitely resolved not to let the little things get me down. Maybe I should cancel my New Year's wish that Annie gets run over by a bus.
Lauren and I managed to get reservations at the pool for the same time this morning.
Oh, did you wear your little Costa Rica bikini?
Oh, which pool did you go to?
Pool 5. I do like pool 2 better, but I had a better chance of both of us getting a reservation at the same time at pool 5.
And the water was great, but there was another little incident today. It was kind of hard to ignore.
What happened?
Well, when we got there, this lady was already in the pool, but not swimming, and sitting on a noodle, just chatting away to the lifeguard.
That reminds me of the Mindy incident at the pool.
Anyway, all of a sudden, this woman starts yelling at the men who are working on top of the roof.
Whatever for?
Well, apparently there was a problem with the pool and they were trying to fix it. I mean, it looked pretty precarious to me. You know how the roof slopes on that clubhouse?
This woman just wouldn't let up. She kept bellowing, "I want to talk to him." She was pointing to the main pool guy that was working on the roof.
So he looked down at her and said as calmly as he could, "I'll get to you, but not right now, when I come off the roof." But this woman wouldn't let up.
She yelled, "The pool is cooler than it was yesterday. You need to turn up the heat. It's freezing in here."
The pool was 82 degrees. I mean, I couldn't figure out what her problem was. This was so annoying for everybody who was trying to get some exercise. I wanted to yell at her, "If you'd swim instead of just standing there, you wouldn't be cold."
We looked at each other and soundlessly decided that we were not going to get involved.
Good.
No, I decided I wouldn't say anything, but I was prepared to kick above the water to splash her whenever I swam past her.
But you didn't.
How could I? When I took off my cover up, she looked at me and asked if I was an aquadette. She said I was in really good shape and had a fabulous figure.
Well, flattery is the best weapon to diffuse the situation, my beautiful, sexy, brilliant friend.
Oh, I love you, Morgana.
Hi, honey. Of course I know it's you. Your picture lights up on my phone whenever you call me. How are you? Is everything all right? What's wrong? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Honey, I have an idea. Why don't we do Christmas Eve redo without your father and that woman? You and your brother come over tomorrow night, and I'll make a whole holiday meal with all the trimmings, just like always, all your favorites. I promised you, Eunice won't yell at you. She only yells at Morgana, and she probably won't even come out of her room. I love you, sweetheart. See you tomorrow.
Hello?
Lauren, I have wonderful news. The kids hated our Christmas Eve fiasco at Marshall's. They're coming here tomorrow for a Christmas Eve redo. You were so right. I'm still their number one.
No, Jackie, I told you so.
Thank you, Lauren. I feel so much better now. And I really understand now. I'm so grateful for what I have. Take that, Annie.
Are we on scene 3?
Scene 3, page 5.
And I'm rolling.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, shoot. I got to make sure I know where I am here.
That would be good.
Well, yeah.
It's preferable, yeah.
You know, when my hair was blonde a week ago, people treated me the way I'm treating Bobbi.
Yes, yes.
To
Okay, give me the first line, because I can't see the page numbers because of the way I've got this thing.
Okay, book club, come to order. Everyone have their wine or beverage of choice.
Okay.
Your glasses. Your drinking glasses.
Right. Okay, we did the resolution thing, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Best
There we
path-
go. There we go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Action.